Oh, okay. Oh, only 2 people. I don't need to rush to make a game for a mobile then. Wow. That's a whole lot of requests to make a game for mobile. Well then, here it is. But before starting, guys, I accepted your request to made a mobile game for you. So please accept my small request. It's not so big. Just a small. My last video was around 11 minutes long. But look at this. You guys only watched it around 1.5 minutes in average. Please don't do that. Make sure to watch this video completely. Before starting everything, these are the ones who completed my last game. So congratulations. At the very first, do you know what I did? I opened my software to make the game. Isn't that awesome? Along with the software to make game, I also opened Photoshop to show off my skills, of course. And there I made deadliest characters ever made in the history, which includes a player who looks very scary and 2 enemies. And then I opened Unity and threw our little player in it. And then I added a base, cause a game without a base is like a girl without her melons. I banged my poor 69 years old keyboard and now look at the result. So I threw those little piece of shits into the game and congrats, the game is completed. Just joking. Only 1% of the game is completed till now. If you have ever played Geometry Dash, then you must know that this thing must die when it touches this thing. But before that I quickly added a jump mechanics so that you all can jump over this thing. Well, that jump is too small. Now, that is too big.
That's what she said!
And then I played the real Geometry Dash to see what else do I have to add. And then I saw this rotation effect. And yeah, you all guessed it right. I quickly looked up into internet to find out how to give that smooth rotate effect when we jump. But unfortunately I didn't find that. So I had to add this weird type of rotation. I then imported some old ass packages and now the camera can follow our player character. But you can see in the real game that camera doesn't move up and down, unlike in my version. So I tried to stop the camera from moving vertically, but I don't know why, it didn't work. I tried again. This time the player ran out of the scene. What a coward player. After that, I turned off the screen recorder and did some really cool magic, and I guess it worked. But here is another problem. This little piece of shit can jump infinitely into the sky, which I don't think is a part of Geometry Dash. I guess. So I wrote a couple of lines of code, and it worked. Thank God. But till now, the player wouldn't die if it hit this polar enemy, whatever you want to call it. And then I wrote some more lines of codes, and finally. Wait, what the hell is this? This was not what I intended to make. Yeah, this was what I intended to make. Just like that, I added 2 other enemies which can literally tear you apart, and the core functioning of the game was over. Now the only thing left was designing the whole level. Trust me, on this day, 3rd of June, I realized that it was not as easy to make a level for such game as we think. If you are still thinking it's not a big deal to make a level, then either you are joking or you haven't made such level yet. But before making the entire level, I would like to add a big but. Not this one. This but. We haven't made the most popular feature of Geometry Dash. This thing which says how many attempts have we already made. So, I wrote a few lines of code. Yeah, just a few lines. But I don't know what happened, these enemies suddenly stopped working. I think they were afraid of this creepy player. I fixed the enemies, but now, this freaking attempt counter was not working. I was like,
Elliot, just go!
Larry!
Larry, you can't just. Oh,
Flappy! Oh, are you alright? How did...
Larry!
after some time, I thought I fixed it, and I was correct, for a few seconds. Then, this fucking attempt counter was returning back to 0. See, first it works and gets converted into 1, which is completely fine. But this little piece of shit returned back to 0. There were 2 solutions with me to fix the damn problems. One required 10 lines of codes, and another required a single word. And guess which one did I choose? Yeah, the freaking 10 lines of codes, cause why not? My 10 lines of code seems to work pretty well. But do you want to see what was that one word which would have fixed the problem? See, the word is this. The word was static static. And look, it also works the same. Well, it's not my problems that my PC doesn't know mathematics well. But still it worked. That's the main deal. I thought every other thing has been finished and was time to make the level. This was the progress till now. Finally, it was time for my online classes. If you are also having the freaking online classes and want to pour out your frustration, then below there is the comment section for that thing. I finished my classes and I'm back. I then thought of adding this thing too, in my version of the game. So I opened the Photoshop again to show off my skills. I tried making quite a few of those prototypes. But none of them were good. At least I felt that. So I cheated a little bit. I used the default brush of Photoshop to make that. I added a quick animation to that thing. And here is how it looks. I was then out of ideas to add. I mean, I can't just add these poles and spikes and make a level. Unless I was making the first level of the real geometry dash. So I played the real game for some time and saw the aeroplane thing and wanted to show off my skills again. I quickly stole a plane model from the Google, cause I didn't have much time to build it of my own. I added a little player inside the plane, cause there must be someone to ride the plane. Am I right, genius people? Just like that, the plane was ready to take off. But before taking it off in the sky, we must have a path where it can fly. But the path must not be simple like in real life, cause it's a freaking game. So I threw off some obstacles in the game and a long helipad to land the aeroplane. Wait, am I saying the right thing? Aeroplane in a helipad. Well, I don't care. I just meant to say I made a platform where our fighter aeroplane could land after 1,000 miles of flying. So don't judge me for my weird mistakes. I know most of you are from my main channel and you came from my latest video. Well, guess what? This was the time when my video was uploaded. Yeah, I was making games while the video got uploaded on the channel. So, it was time to read the comments and give heart to your comment. By the way, comment below if your comment has been hearted in the video. After all of that, let's fly our fighter aeroplane to destroy the hell out of everything. Well, it doesn't do anything actually. But still no one takes money to speak random shits. There were many more things in this game. Like there were tons of thousands of those enemies and all, which could basically degrade the performance of the game. So I tried to make a system where the things which are far away from the player would disappear and automatically reappear if the player is near it. That would have made the game a lot smoother if it had worked. But God never wants me to be happy, so it didn't work, and hence I didn't add that feature. And here is my pro gameplay. And then I continued with rest of the level. So watch this quick time-lapse again. Finally, the entire level design was completed and was time to make that last part of the game, where the player flies in the sky and smashes the right wall. After this much time, level design was over, every features were added, and I was happy. Simply speaking, 90% of the work was completed. But there is a saying, while developing games, the remaining 10% of the work takes the 90% of the time. No, I'm not the one who made it. It is actually said by some great man. You can Google it out if you don't believe. As the saying said, it literally took me really more time to complete the remaining 10% of the work. First I made the menu things. Yeah, the one which you see after you open the game. I quickly made a settings page where pro gamers and noob gamers could be differentiated. Yeah, the difficulty mode. If you completed the game in medium mode or hard mode and send me the screenshot of it in the Gmail, then trust me, you will get a really massive shout out. And I bet you can't do that. And if you are thinking that you will complete the game in easy mode and send me saying you completed it in medium or hard mode, then sorry to say, but you can't do that. Cause this win screen clearly shows in which level you completed the game. So I know that I just broke most of your dreams. So sad. And here comes the main deal. Making the game for freaking mobile or phone, whatever you wanna call it. Listen here, making the game for mobile and PC is not same, okay? I didn't know much about taking mobile inputs, so I googled it out. After a few research, here is the freaking thing that you all were wanting. So if you wanna play it in PC or Android, then just go to the link in the description and download it and play it. If you wanna see me make more games with probably better quality, then do subscribe the channel. If you have any challenge or ideas for me, then there is the comment section. Now enjoy the gameplay.